What is up, guys? Welcome back to Motorhead YouTube channel. So today, guys, we are going to be painting my S2000. As you know from the last episode, I did get it paint prepped, but we still got to do a couple little things, and I'm gonna do it here at lunch. That way I can wash the car, and by the end of the day it'll be dry and ready for paint. So we're gonna go over what we need to do and get it done, and then after this day is over, I'll pull it inside, tape it up, and throw a nice paint job on it. So I did get it all sanded, but I do want to use a gray scuff pad and some scuff paste and get it all super nicely. That way there's no scratches, because this will just be getting clear coat. I am going to blend it and then we will wash it. So I'm going to tape off these edges, that way I'm not scratching this paint, and we're going to go ahead and get this done. Okay, so the front end is washed. I went ahead and washed all the dust off the car. That way we have little trash as possible. Now after work, it will be dry and we can go ahead and prep it. I did forget to prime this spot right here, but it's okay because we are going to seal it, and I'm going to seal this entire area right here. So it's going to be super nice and durable. We'll also seal this little chip that I had to sand out, and then also this one right here. Very small, but I do want this thing to be flawless, especially since I am slapping the supercharger on it and everything, and I want it to look really nice. So after work, we'll go ahead and tape this thing up and get it prepped. All right, guys, so it's 5 o'clock. Car's in the booth. Let's go ahead and get it ready to spray. All right, guys, everything is nice and prepped. So first thing I'm going to do is throw down a little bit of Bulldog on the exposed areas, and then we need to paint this little area black. Wait for it to dry, tape that off, and then we'll seal everything, and then we'll go ahead and start throwing down some color. Okay, so now I have to let that dry for a good minute. That way it'll cure 100%. And when I lift the the tape to clear, it will not lift up. So I'm gonna turn the heat on in the booth and just leave it here and get myself some dinner. And we'll come back in here and we'll throw sealer on everything, including this. And then we'll go ahead and get ready for paint. All right, guys, the car is painted and it's super late on me. I don't even want to talk about it, honestly. This car really kicked my butt and I'm not happy with the paint job at all. Bunch of little imperfections, one of the biggest being this lip. And I'm just super bummed out right now. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And that's gonna be it because it's already 9 o'clock. All right, guys, it's the next day here. I'm gonna go into the booth, get everything untaped, and we're gonna pull it out here. And then I'm just gonna temporarily put it back together. That way, none of my parts get damaged. So let's go in there. I really hate that the imperfections happen because, man, this job really did turn out slick, but. Oh. I think I'll probably just end up buffing it and that'll be the end of it. All right, guys, I got the car out here and got it all put together just lightly. That way nothing gets scratched up and it'll all stay with the car. So it's definitely not perfect and it definitely needs work. There is a whole bunch of trash in it. Larry did order new filters and they were supposed to come in yesterday and they didn't. Probably shouldn't have painted it. Don told me I shouldn't, but I did anyways. And now I'm gonna have to pull out the buffer to get all this trash out, which really sucks. And there is a little run somewhere over here, but other than that, it's okay. I mean, I'm definitely not happy with it and there's plenty of things I could point out, but at the end of the day, I think it'll look fine and it'll buff out and I'll leave it. Another thing is I painted this part black and the paper left residue on it because it wasn't fully dry. So what I think I'll do is I think I'll just tape the lip off and sand that and paint that separately and maybe even do it flat like the original CR lip is. I don't know, we'll see when it comes down to it. I'm gonna let this car cure before I start touching it because I did order a lot of parts for it. I ordered brand new headlights. I wasn't happy with my headlights either, and so I need to wait for those to come in. I ordered new fender vents and new blinker lights because these were fading out. They were cheap, so I bought the original Honda ones. So once everything comes in, we can get it back together and we can get this thing cut and buffed and get all that trash out of it and get it looking nice again. And once it's all ready, we'll go ahead and slap that supercharger on. All right, guys, so it's been a couple of days and the car is nice and dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and start reassembling it, and we're gonna start with the headlights. I actually did get new ones, so we're gonna check those out. So I went ahead and went with brand new front headlights. These are replicas, but they do use all the S2000 internals, so they will be just as good quality, and I think they're gonna work amazing. So I did have some Spec Ds in the past and they work just as good, but these are actual perfect replicas of these, and I just wanted them to be brand new. That way it has a fresh look. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap everything over from these. I gotta swap the ballast and all the lights, and then we'll get this bumper off and get it installed and then finish up this front end. All right, guys, I got the front end together, and man, it looks so much better with these headlights. The whole front end just looks completely refreshed, and I'm super happy with the results. I'm not gonna repaint this lip. I know I said I was gonna, but I decided I'm just gonna tape it off and respray that black part right there on the car. Not a big deal. Really don't want to repaint that. And also I ran out of paint anyways, but turned out super awesome. And now this fender is fixed and we don't have a dent right here, and everything looks awesome. So the only thing left is to buff it, but I do need to install these right here, the S2000 emblem and marker lights. I got new ones because, like I said, I didn't want to tape up the old S2000 logo and it being all jagged, and then also my marker light was faded out. So it was a cheap Chinese one, so I bought OEM Honda marker lights and then the OEM Honda S2000 CR covers, because these are black, which is what I had on there originally, but from the factory they come chrome and I don't like the chrome. So we're gonna go ahead and get these on the fender, and then that's gonna be it. All right, guys, the emblems are on. Man, this car just looks brand new again. I'm so happy with it. Oh my goodness, guys, you don't even know. There's just so many things I was unhappy with this car, and now that it's repainted and these brand new headlights are in, and now it's about to have a supercharger, this thing's gonna be absolutely sick, and I can't wait. And this right here irritated me so bad. As you guys remember, I did mess that up, so I'm gonna have to be super careful with this car now and really take care of this front end. But I do have a daily, so I won't be driving this car a lot. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do some... Get out of here. We're gonna do some work on the Mustang, guys. So we have to put the body panels onto it. Unfortunately, these hinges are incorrect. If anyone knows in the comments, can you tell me why? Because look, so this is in the open position. So they're supposed to mount like this, and it says it's for a 67. But these brackets are up and down. So if you mounted it like this, look at that. So something's definitely not right here. And I don't know. So if anyone in the comments knows, maybe this is for a 65 and I can sell it to V-Tune, but anyways, we're just gonna focus on the front end for now. But man, look at this thing. All these pieces are painted. 415, the entire car is painted. We're gonna move up front, put on these hood hinges right now, and then me and Larry will mount this. Dude! Man, you better get on somewhere. Don't be pawing my fresh paint, buddy. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this front end together, and then we'll get the doors on. That way the parts are on the car and not on stands. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so we got the hood and the doors on. Unfortunately, as I said earlier, this hinge seems to be wrong. If anyone can help us out on that and answer what the issue is, that would be greatly appreciated. The car is not going to get washed because we don't want to scratch it or anything. So if we're going to wash it, we're going to move it out there and do it with the nice new sponge. That way we protect this paint. So unfortunately it is a little bit dusty, but that's the reason we're putting it together. That way we can clean it super nice and put a soft car cover on it. That way this paint is nice and protected and it'll sit, and then once we get parts for it, we can start working on it. But overall guys, it looks super good. The color looks very awesome. I'm really excited to see this thing out in the sun in all of its glory, nice and clean, because right now it's dusty and honestly the camera doesn't really do this color justice. So hopefully we can get this thing washed. Unfortunately, as you can see, this hood's been sitting over there, and this is a body shop and there's just airborne dust at all times. So we need to get this thing washed and covered soon. That way it doesn't get messed up, because man, this paint job is just so awesome. Everything lined up. Guys, check out these gaps. I mean, look at that. This just looks so amazing. Everything lines up. Look at these hinges. Just overall, this entire build just turned out perfect, and I can't wait. Larry's already searching for parts and he's gonna start sourcing everything. And if any companies want to work with us on sponsoring this build, be sure to let me know. I'll leave my email down below in the description. But super happy with that. Super bummed out about this trunk, but it's okay, it happens. And then all these corner ends and stuff, we're not going to put these on yet because we want to buff everything out, and it's going to be very hard to buff this with that there. So that's going to be it, guys. All right guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and man, I'm so happy with this car. Unfortunately, there is trash, but out in the sunlight you can't even see it, so I'm going to go over it with the buffer really lightly and just get it all out, and it's going to look perfect. I'm super happy with it. There's very little peel in it, and it just looks awesome. And that front end just looks crazy with these new headlights. I'm so happy I went with that because that just really irritated me, and it has all new fresh seals and everything, so it's just awesome. But yeah, stay tuned guys. The last piece for the supercharger actually just got delivered today, and it's at my house. So next episode on this car, we're gonna take it to my dad's shop because he has a lift. We need to lift it up, put the stage 2 comp clutch into it, and install that supercharger and get a base tune on it. And then we'll take it over to Jason Waters in Powder Springs, Georgia. And he's a very big Honda guy, and he'll get this thing tuned for us. And we're shooting for about 400 wheel. That's gonna be super exciting in this light car. This thing is only 2,800 pounds, so that's gonna be a literal go-kart. So if you guys wanna see that, be sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss out. And if you want, we do post a lot of this stuff on our Instagram before the video drops. Sometimes videos take days to drop. So if you wanna see that, I'll link it down below. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.